Jinju was on her way home after volunteering at the temple. She quickened her pace, thinking about her cat being alone at home. As she crossed the park, she bumped into a young man. "I'm sorry," she said casually and continued on her way. However, she felt a gaze on her back and turned around. The young man was standing still, watching her. Did I really offend him? She bowed politely at a 90-degree angle again, but the young man remained unresponsive. Returning home in a good mood after volunteering at the temple, she felt as if she had been grabbed by the hair by a stranger. "I don't care," she thought. It wasn't until she got home and saw her sleeping husband and cat that she felt reassured, but the young man kept coming to her mind. With his tall stature, curly hair, intense gaze, and sharp features, she grumbled that he probably made a lot of women cry. She was bothered by how he kept staring at her after the bump. From then on, she continued to feel as if someone was watching her, but it was always just her husband and cat at home. Even when she went outside, the feeling persisted. So one day, when her husband was out and she was alone, she felt the urge to talk to that presence. "I can read people's minds." The presence seemed to continue talking, and when she said she didn't understand what it was saying, a clear voice was heard, "Let's meet." "Why do you suddenly want to meet?" The presence didn't respond. She suddenly remembered something her husband had said before. "I have a friend in my head." Though Jinju had never been to a spiritualist temple, she had watched videos about ghosts on YouTube. However, she felt that the presence, talking to her and her husband, was not a ghost but a person. She searched the name on the internet as the voice instructed her. National Assembly member Yoon Yi-jun. It was the young man she had bumped into in the park. "There's no proof that this person is you. Let's meet." "There's no reason to meet. I'm gathering people." "What kind of people?" "People who can communicate with me like you." "Does my husband also communicate with you?" "Yes, but he doesn't know about my presence." "Why me?" "Your relationship with my husband is older, because I've been watching you for a long time." Jinju flinched, but she had no choice but to believe the entity, claiming to be Yi-jun. "People who believe me." "You believe me, and that's why we're talking like this." "I will gather people. You just need to come when the place is set." "Can I bring my husband?" "Fool! You'll cause misunderstandings. Just bring him when the group is formed." "How many people will there be?" "More than you can imagine." "Then why do we need to meet?" "I've seen the future. There will be a war in China. How can we stop a war?" "Worry about how we will survive rather than other countries. There's nothing we can do right now." "Why do you think I became a National Assembly member?" "Wait until I gather people. Your husband is too scared, so keep it a secret from him." Minute Ho is a pole vaulter. For the past few days, he had been troubled by negative thoughts. He desperately needed to win first place in the upcoming competition for a scholarship, but his concentration was disrupted by these thoughts. On the day of the competition, he took a deep breath and started his jump with a pole. Your body is faster than the pole's elasticity. Match the rhythm with the pole. Thanks to this thought, Minho was able to focus and reach the finals, winning the gold medal. Afterward, as he was leaving the stadium, he made eye contact with Yi-jun, who had been watching him. The gaze felt familiar, as if he had known him before, and Minho was filled with a sense of friendliness. "Were you weak? You're not like your usual practice." Minute Ho avoided the taunts from Jun Seo and packed his things to leave. Since he had been out of favor with his coach and director due to Jun Seo's scheming, he just briefly greeted them and left the stadium. He then encountered Yi-jun. "Why have you been staring at me since earlier?" "I'm not interested in that guy." "I'm not interested in men either. I'm interested in you." "I'm busy." "Your body is faster than the pole's elasticity. Match the rhythm with the pole." At that moment, Minho stopped and looked at Yi-jun. "I thought it was my own thought." But was it something that person said? Is telepathy really possible? Minute Ho was surprised and couldn't move, only focusing on Yi Jun and his words. Do you want to check if it's really me speaking? If you're curious, follow me.